All right, hello, Patriots. In the run-up to the debate that we have coming this week, I've decided to do just a few discussion videos about some of the aspects of this campaign, any biases, and any other interesting topics to do with it. But before we get started on this video, a quick word. Help support the channel by going to the Discord link down in the description below and joining our community where we can have open and free discussions with each other. Also consider joining under the subscribe star where we're going to start weekly live discussions as well as where you can read articles and gain more exclusive access on the Discord channel. I look forward to seeing you all there. Back to the video. Today, I want to go over biases. This debate is going to be held by CNN. And one of the things that CNN has a long history of doing from 2015 all the way till, well, now, is being fairly biased against the former President Trump. Do we think that the debate is going to be fair? I don't really know, but it seems like it's going to be the moderators and Biden against Trump. And why do I say that? Well, there's a couple of examples that we'll go over here in just a few minutes. But one other aspect I want to discuss is, just like we brought up in one of our shorts, is that not only should there be a drug test, but there should also be a DNA test. Why, might you ask? Well, there's been a couple of very interesting interviews. One of them, you can see here, discussed by Street Apes, is one of the former CIA chiefs of disguise talking openly about wearing full face masks and walking around as somebody other than themselves. Would you be at all surprised if the CIA tried to field somebody other than Biden this week in the debate wearing a mask? You're like, oh no, that's silly. The mask can't be that good, right? Well, and we'll just watch this clip real quick.
It's a memorable moment from being in disguise for you.
There were a number of them, but one that has to stand out. I went to the White House and I briefed George H.W. Bush, the president at the time, while I was wearing a full face mask.
Wearing a full face mask, talking to the president, huh?
So we're sitting like this close together.
There you go. They're having a full-on conversation close. And you can see here that this mask has hair. It's a full head mask so that she could walk around as somebody else. She was talking to the president wearing this. So if you think that the technology is not there, guys, what are we doing? Of course it's there. Of course it's there. Mission Impossible, those movies, you're like, oh, that's just fake. No, we know. I'm sure that the CIA has had something similar or better, probably better, for a long time. Not only should they drug test the candidates, they should probably verify that it's actually the candidates themselves and it's not a mask or it's not some other deception so that they can get somebody else other than the actual candidates in there talking. Seems reasonable to me. But then we get to biases. Jake Tapper compared Trump to Hitler multiple times, and he's moderating the debate this week. So you can see here that Jack Posobiec has posted a little bit of a montage of Jake Tapper comparing Trump to Hitler multiple times in the past. Well, let's just watch this, and I'm going to put on my headphones so I can listen along with you.
The dehumanizing rhetoric of Adolf Hitler is once again alive and well on a national political stage. This time,
talking about Trump's political rhetoric.
Of course, in the United States. Donald Trump, a couple times over the weekend, referred to immigrants from South America, Africa, and Asia. He did not mention Europe. South America, Africa, and Asia as, quote, poisoning the blood of our country, which it's not hyperbole. That does very directly echo Adolf Hitler's language before World War II. To open up a copy of Hitler's Mein Kampf, you would find the Nazi leader describing the mixing of non-Germans with Germans as poisoning. There's really no other way to say it. Donald Trump's language mirrors this directly.
I don't know what your thoughts are, guys. Should this guy really be moderating a debate where Trump is one of the candidates? Like, it kind of feels icky. I don't know. So let's do another one, because Posobiec spent all day posting these because, why not? He should. We should be aware of all of these because this man is one of the debate moderators. So what are your thoughts so far? Leave it in a comment below. Do you think that Jake Tapper should be a debate moderator for this debate? Probably not, but what are your thoughts? But here we also have him falsely reporting that the Russia Dossier was corroborated. So let's listen to that.
We have some breaking news now. CNN has learned new information about that ongoing investigation.
Oh, the fake investigation? The one that didn't actually exist? Oh, I can't wait to hear it. What have you corroborated, sir?
To those allegations raised in a collection of memos created by a former British intelligence agent at the time he...
Oh, the one that was paid for by Hillary Clinton's campaign? That one?
He made the memos for political opponents of then candidate Donald Trump. Jim Sciutto and Evan Perez have been working the story. And Jim, let's start with you. What precisely have investigators learned?
Well, look at the Chiron. Like, one thing that I always loved about CNN, just watch the Chiron. The entire time Trump was in office, his name was on it. But here we got U.S. investigators corroborate some aspects of the Russia dossier, the Steele dossier, the one that Hillary Clinton paid for. I can't wait to see this.
Jake, for the first time, U.S. investigators say that they have corroborated some of the communications.
Who were the investigators? What did they corroborate? Are you going to say? Or are we just going to make up some BS and say, oh, look, some guys did something. We promise. Trust us. No.
Detailed in a 35-page dossier compiled by a former British intelligence agent. CNN was first to report last month that then President-elect Donald Trump and President Barack Obama were briefed on the existence of the memos prior to the inauguration. Until now, U.S. officials have said that none of the content or allegations have been verified. But now, multiple current and former U.S. law enforcement and intelligence officials tell CNN that intelligence intercepts of foreign nationals confirmed that some of the conversations described in the dossier took place between the same individuals on the same days and from the same locations as detailed in the dossier. We should be clear that CNN has not confirmed the content of the calls or whether any of the content relates to then candidate Trump.
And you won't. So we found out that this was one of those stories that kind of fell flat. So before we keep going, I just want you to know that all of these hoaxes never confirmed. Never confirmed. In fact, we found out that they were government agents or they were paid for by other candidates. Guys, CNN's coverage of Trump was just so incredibly biased for this time period. I don't know why Trump agreed to this. It doesn't make any sense unless he just plans on showing up and just being perfect, just a perfect gentleman, just to show how ridiculous they're going to be. But I don't know. This is just a complete wild card at this point. Why he would agree to this debate with the restrictions that were put in place with no audience. These limitations are all limitations that benefit the other candidate. Maybe he just wants to show up and debate anyway and show how much better at it he is. Or maybe he's just too arrogant. I don't know. What are your guys' thoughts on that? Do you think he's too arrogant or do you think he just is that confident? Because there's a difference. Can you deliver on the goods? That's really the difference between arrogance and confidence. And then finally, we saw this morning all over Twitter. I'll just let you watch this because it was kind of wild, but this is not how you treat a guest on a show. Anyone that comes and interviews on my podcast or on my channel, anyone that comes to interview on my channel, I will not treat you like this.
It takes someone 5 minutes to Google Jake Tapper, Donald Trump, to see that Jake Tapper has consistently,
we're going to stop this interview if you're going to keep
President
attacking
Trump
my colleagues.
to Adolf Hitler.
But what if your colleagues deserve it? Ma'am, it's ma'am.
Ma'am, I'm going to stop this interview if you continue to attack my colleagues. I would like to talk about Joe Biden and Donald Trump, who you work for.
Yes.
If you are here to speak on his behalf, I am willing to have this conversation.
I am stating
I don't think she's willing to have that conversation, folks. I really don't.
facts that your colleagues have stated in the past.
Okay,
Now,
I'm sorry, guys. We're going to come back out to the panel. Caroline, thank you very much for your time. You are welcome to come back at any point. She is
I don't think she is. Also, just watch her facial expressions for the rest of this as she stammers and stutters because she is so upset, so offended that she can't even talk straight. Just watch.
welcome to come back and speak about Donald Trump, and Donald Trump will have equal time to Joe Biden when they both join us now at later this week in Atlanta for this debate.
it takes someone 5
What even was that stammering at the end? Let's actually go back 5 seconds and we'll listen to that last part again real quick.
We'll have equal time to Joe Biden when they both join us now at later this week in Atlanta for this.
Hang on, let's go back to that again.
To Joe Biden when they both join us now.
Join us now
at later this week in Atlanta for this debate.
She is real flustered. So I don't know what she knows in the background or how twisted or why she got so twisted around the axle, but you could really tell that Karoline had gotten under her skin really bad. So do you think that CNN is going to be capable of being unbiased? Do you think they're going to be able to moderate this debate in a fair manner? The rules that they have to operate with no one in the crowd obviously benefits Biden because someone's going to heckle that guy. Like, it's just going to happen. There's going to be a "Let's Go Brandon." There's going to be an FJB. Like someone's going to drop something from the audience. So, yep, no one in the audience, that benefits him. The limited amount of time and they're just going to silence people's mics. That's going to benefit Biden because Trump loves going long and loves talking over people. No interruptions definitely benefits Biden because Biden's probably not going to try and interrupt anyone. He's going to be half asleep. Trump, however, would love to cut you off and just make comments because his quick, witty comments were hilarious in the 2016 campaign. Hilarious. And in 2020, hilarious. Oh, I can't wait. It's going to be an interesting debate for sure. I'm just a little bit concerned about how biased CNN tends to be against President Trump, but you know what? I'm here for it. And I'll be live tweeting it, and I'll also be making short videos to respond to things that come up during the debate. Thank you to those of you that made it to the end of the video. I greatly appreciate it. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a like and leave a comment below with which part you liked the most. If you want to see more videos like this one on the channel, please make sure you subscribe and click the little bell icon so you can be notified when I upload additional content. If you have a recommendation for a future topic or something else that you would like to see on the channel, please make sure to leave it in a comment below, as a lot of the videos here come from viewers just like you. I'm looking forward to this. Please make sure to support the channel in any of the ways in the link that are in any of the ways linked in the description. Please make sure you support the channel from any of the links down in the description below, as Google AdSense really does not pay the bills these days. I look forward to seeing you around the Discord and enjoying great conversation. Take care of yourselves. Have a great week. God bless. Bye for now. Go ahead and check out one of the links on the screen now to either subscribe to the channel and see the rest of the videos of the channel, or one of the carefully selected videos that you may wish to see that YouTube has used its algorithm to select for you.